Even in Epoma here, every community had its own deity. Imimado here, I always say Joko. Go to Menu, they have Fi. Dumwebuke, they have Ibiakuma. In Iruekme, they have Ekme. In Uhiele, they have Remenu. In Emuhi, they have Amahama. And the calendar was never harmonized.
Okay. Whenever they say,
For instance, we celebrate our annual festival for Ekijoho in December. Egwari do their own between February and March. I think their own is scheduled for next weekend.
yeah.
Ukmen will do their own in September. Ihiro Uyele do their own in January.
Last Friday.
Huh?
Last Friday.
So that is Ekpoma alone. No uniform calendar, no single calendar. And it is like that across the country. It will mean that for a whole year, a year will not even be enough. Because if we Nepoma alone, we have every clan has its own calendar, a traditional or spiritual calendar, or religious calendar, as we may call it. It means by the time you get to Irua, Uromi, Ubiaja, Ikweven, Esan alone, we have more than 200 of such
Different days.
different days. By the time you go into Edo State, it will be difficult, if not impossible, for you to attempt it. That is why you find that these dates, holidays, whether Christmas, Easter, Islam, they are celebrated, they are held as holidays in almost 2/3 of the world. When they go on Christmas break, it's almost all over the world that they do that. So setting a day aside will not be possible. As for whether we would like to advise people to return to it's a question of choice. It's a question of choice. Nigeria is a secular state. By that, we must respect the views and decisions of others, as long as do not interfere with your own right. So every person is at liberty to choose the medium through which him or he will reach his God.
For you, sir, I want to look at some great countries like India and maybe other big countries. There is one thing I understand. They were colonized by the British and other, but they seem to live a different life deep from our own Obedo culture.
Yeah,
Please,
I think
throw light on that.
I think we Nigerians, we love false life, pretending to be what we are not. Like mentioned, India had the same colonial experience. At the time, Britain forced China to legalize the importation of opium. A very hard drug. That will tell you the overbearing influence which Britain had over China. But the moment they got freedom, they receded. Nigeria, we started from where the British left us. No. What India did, they went back to where the British met them and started building from there. India with a population of over 1 billion don't have problem of hunger. China don't have problem of hunger. China, every 6 men in the world, every 6 person, one is a Chinese because of the population. They don't have the problem of hunger. Because they went back, say, okay, where are we starting from? Yes, they have established a government for us. Instead of the kings, queens that we had before, now we have elected representatives. Okay, why those ones are going on? How do we move our economy? What do we now do? What did they introduce to us? What are the good things
in them?
They accepted those ones. They threw away the bad ones. Then the bad ones, the system they had before, they threw away the bad ones, brought the good ones the colonial masters brought, and the good ones they had in their old system, they combined them, and they are moving on. So I want us to, you see, no other country can come and help you develop your country. It is not possible. Where will they be? Where will there be market for their products? But that's all. Let me speak something. Most of our audience are awe ani romo. Ada wo se no bo ajoto furu. Oya borewe gbise o.
Serious?
Aku se no bo aju. Oze romo ne o na. Oye they say. Na the one you pray for yourself. If we gather now, okay, well, so no bo na ba. Ukbele maya ai ja homo. Repeated mercy dealers and doctors say amen.
That's how. Alaki very.
Akiwege ayewu. Ime kana betoli mi. Eva we say.
Everybody kwa.
The motor of an accident. What the panel beater say.
Kire ya.
So I had the romo and I was on the do tossable. Oya boro be say oh. And don't romo na boho na say. It's okay I will about. So no man will come and help you develop your country. No. Instead, they will give you $10 million with right hand and take $25 million with the left hand. The British colonial masters don't do anything for free.
What did the British?
Because what drove them from Europe to Africa was hunger, self-interest. They needed things here and found that these things they needed were available in abundance.
No, I don't know them. We don't know what we had.
They came for our timber. They came for our palm oil. They came for what they recruited our people. When they took them there as slaves. When they were able to invent machines that could do what 1,000 laborers cannot do, they now started to preach against slavery and slave trade. That instead, let these people remain in Africa to grow and produce what we use as raw materials in our industries in Europe and also serve as markets for our products. Until we have a president who will not be crazy about second tenure, he will come and serve Nigerians. We are enjoying now. When such a man comes, the measures he will introduce will be harsh. Because he will be laying a very strong foundation for a prosperous future. A practical illustration is when you go and clear, you till, you plant, you tender, all this while it is a period of hunger, a period of deprivation, a period of want. Then finally, harvest will come.